Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by to watch another episode here at alliseeisW, where we talk about finance, investing in stocks, crypto, and self development. Well, today I wanted to share with you value add stocks specifically in the biotech sector as well as in the solar industry as well. I'll share with you my reasons why I firmly believe that these stocks are positioned for appreciation with its share price and why I think these are value stocks and how it can really add value to your investment portfolio. I'll share with you my forecast on the different price predictions, so please stay tuned to watch the entire content. Let's say if you're new to this channel, I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe and like this video content so that I can share similar related content to you and really add value where we can also all collaborate and share information together. The purpose of this channel is to gain on positive proceeds and to lead with an altruistic mindset, setting a community where we can share information and really add value in our lives. Let's get started. So the first ticker I wanted to share with you is Inovio Pharmaceuticals. What's so unique about INO, right? This is a biotechnology company that is working on a number of DNA immunotherapy vaccines right now. In fact, they have a number of vaccines for infectious disease, in dysplasia, even for tumors, glioblastoma, INO 5401. They even have vaccines for the MERS, Zika virus, as well as even working on a COVID-19 related vaccine called INO 4800, where it's currently in phase 2 clinical trials. And it'll be very exciting to hear that the company is positioned to start phase 3 clinical trials, whether that be in the international markets or having that begin in the United States. And the fact that there's just so much news about how the Delta strain has been evolving, that really puts biotechnology companies on the pedestal to really focus on being able to deliver a safe and effective drug product. And to date, there's no COVID-19 related vaccine that has been deemed approved by the health authority for safe and effective use. And that's why in the biotech sector, these stocks have been bull running. And in the prior year, around Q2, Q3, it was bull running as well. And the fact that we know this pandemic, at least for COVID-19, it's not going away and it's a global impact. Companies, at least in the United States, really need to shine and differentiate itself so that it can contribute to enable a healthier environment by supporting different countries in need for vaccines. And Inovio Pharmaceuticals will be getting its INO 5401 data coming out possibly by this year, and that drug product is in phase 3 clinical trials. And once that product becomes approved, then that means that'll be the official first commercially available drug product from Inovio Pharmaceuticals using its DNA-based technology. And that's looking very solid because now, I mean, with Inovio Pharmaceuticals, they actually design and manufacture DNA plasmids, and we don't hear that quite often. We just hear about RNA strains for the COVID-19 vaccine. So as you can see, DNA related therapies can add value in the long term. And from a share price standpoint, I really believe that INO can reach its prior resistance. We know that previously INO ramped all the way up to like $35. I mean, the question is, can it ramp up to its prior resistance? I firmly believe that it can, right? Unexpectedly, it can just shoot up to like $25 and beyond that. I mean, once this company runs, it will run. So that's why I would highly recommend just doing your research on INO, because if you miss the boat, you can lose on a big opportunity with this company. So that's my perspective with Inovio Pharmaceuticals. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Vaxart. This is a biotechnology company that's very interesting. In fact, this company is reaching close to a $1 billion market cap. Still technically a small cap related company based out in South San Francisco, where its 52-week high range was around $25. In fact, early February, as you can see here in 2021, it ramped about close to $25, and in April timeframe it ramped up to like $10.70. However, it's been just on a slow downward trend in the single digit share price range. However, what goes down will come up, and we know that with clinical trials, it's a very long process. However, in the context of where we see COVID-19 playing out right now, with zero drug products deemed approved by the health authority for safety and efficacy, that really puts Vaxart on the pedestal. And the fact that we know a number of people all around the global market has been vaccinated, right? We still hear that there's occurrences of vaccinated people getting infected with this disease. So that really puts the question of quality into play, and also with convenience aspects, right? Vaxart is an oral pill medication that you can just take without having to have a healthcare professional deliver the vaccine to your arm. That also eliminates the need for a healthcare professional, and ultimately on a macroeconomic scale that reduces operational expense for the monetary policy when you look at how vaccines are rolled out. And the fact that Vaxart doesn't have any temperature control requirements with its pill form, all it is really packing it and distributing it all around the world with ease of use, and a lay user can be able to simply take its oral pill medication. So it's looking very exciting. I mean, Vaxart, once we hear additional data coming out, this company can definitely bull run up, but I'm forecasting that it can easily ramp up to like the $28 to $30 share price range in the near and long term. So that's my takeaway with Vaxart. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an interesting company based out in Texas, and that is iBio. Today the share price ramped up close to about 7% towards the end of the stock market. And what's so interesting is that iBio leverages plant-based technology using its patented technology called Fast Farm. In fact, iBio is beginning to branch out into the central hub of biotechnology innovation, where it's branching out to San Diego as well. And it's growing its employee size count, and we're beginning to see how iBio is also diversifying, not only in different vaccines that they're working on, for example, for fibrosis, swine flu, for animals, and also for COVID-19. iBio is also tapping into oncology by adding 4 additional products that's going to be in preclinical trials. And in the long term, I firmly believe that the share price will reach the double-digit share price range, hovering into the $30 share price range. And we know that in the prior year, this share price ramped all the way up to like $7. That's its 52-week high range. The question is, can it bull run up to that range again? I firmly believe that it can, but now the difference will be that it will slowly grow up to that level state. So let's say if you're a long-term investor and if you believe in plants, then iBio is a company not to ignore. Look at Canada Medicago. It's partnered up with Merck because of its plant-based technology that it uses, and iBio is one of the only company that leverages plants as part of their process in partnership with Texas A&M AgriLife to extract collagens from the plants and to be able to produce its drug product. So it's looking very interesting with iBio in terms of the value that this company can bring. So I would highly recommend doing additional research on iBio, and it's definitely undervalued at this time. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is a solid company in NASDAQ market. To me, this is sort of a mid-cap size biotechnology company working on vaccines. In fact, they do have vaccine for influenza as well as with the COVID-19 vaccine that's in clinical trials right now. Current share price is at around $210. Definitely undervalued from my perspective, because the 52-week range was at around $331. It's a matter of when the share price will hover back up to the near $300 range, and that is basically a 30 to 40% positive proceeds gain if you were to consider investing in Novavax and letting it grow long term. And based on its clinical trials data, it's showing safe and efficacy with its drug products. So I really believe that Novavax has the goods in terms of quality, and it can really support with enabling to add value in the COVID-19 space and also taking market share once this company is able to be approved for use. And today the share price did really well. I mean, ramping up close to about 13%. So that just tells you the potential of Novavax and how undervalued the current share price is right now based on its prior resistance of reaching $331. So I definitely think that they can break the $300 in this quarter alone in Q3 of 2021. So let's not lose sight of what Novavax can do for you. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Biologics. This is an interesting biotechnology company based out in the East Coast. In fact, they have a COVID-19 related vaccine as well as other vaccines that they are working on. For the COVID-19 vaccine, their drug product is called the GP96, and their data is looking very solid, right? I mean, it's just behind compared to all the other drug products, but when you look at this company being able to add value in the long term, I do suspect that HTBX will have its bull run. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. And in fact, weeks ago, Heat Biologics actually joined the Russell Microcap Index. So that at least just shows that it's with the big boys now. I mean, in the Microcap Index, now you can see HTBX potentially in mutual funds. And it's also expanding its R&D and preclinical capabilities in all different areas, specifically also in the North Carolina region. So that's my takeaway with HTBX, and I firmly believe that in Q3 it can break the double-digit share price range. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Bionano Genomics, a company based out in San Diego, and it's great to see that today the share price had gone up about 5%, including in the aftermarket, now hovering around the $6. To me, this is definitely undervalued because it previously ramped up to close to $16. I mean, early Q1 of 2021, and it has a diagnostic product called Sapphire, along with other products that they have intended for leukemia. And while COVID-19 is becoming more of a pandemic all around the world, we see the need for its Sapphire system as a diagnostic, and it also has ancillary products to work in conjunction with all of the systems that it has. And what's so interesting is that it also has products that can really add value in the leukemia space. And what I really value about Bionano Genomics is the data that it has and the partnerships that they basically work with. And that's why I would not lose sight of the potential of Bionano Genomics, because I really believe that it can pop up to its prior resistance into like the $15. So if you were to invest now, getting it at around the $5-6, and if it goes up to $18, you capitalize on 200% in positive proceeds. We know that genomics is the name of the game right now, so let's not lose sight of how biotechnology companies in this arena can really add value. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Enzolytics, ENZC. This is a company that is working on a number of HIV-related therapies. And what's interesting is that the company announced its progress towards completing clinical trials for its anti-HIV ITV1 therapeutic and plans for its distribution throughout Europe. So as you can see, this company is ready to rock and roll to distribute its product, at least getting it out there in the European markets, and hopefully we'll be able to get a laser sharp focus to execute on its plan and getting product approval in the States as well. And based on its 52-week high range, we know that the share price early Q1 of this year, it ramped all the way up to like 95 cents. The question is, can it ramp up to its prior resistance? I firmly believe that it can, and currently definitely undervalued at this time. I mean, it would have been great if you got in like at 15 cents about a couple days ago, but this is definitely a value add as well, and I firmly believe that it can start bulling up, taking on a reverse bullish trend with Enzolytics. So I would not ignore this OTC stock that's in play right now. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Senseonics. This is a medical device company intended to be used for glaucoma patients in need to monitor their glucose insulin levels. And what's so interesting is that this company has a product that's approved for implanting into a patient to monitor its glucose levels. Most diabetic patients really want to not think so much about monitoring his or her own glucose levels, and to have an implantable device be able to reliably do that without human interface. And I definitely think this is a company that's innovating how we see medical devices being evolved. And for those reasons, I firmly believe that it can reach its prior resistance of like $5.56. And if held long term, easily this can break through the $10, $15 range. If you have the propensity to hold long term over a year, this can easily just break that share price range, and you can capitalize on reduce long-term capital gains tax, as well as significantly growing your investment funds with a high net return if you invest and hold long-term. However, if you hold short-term, you can easily gain 2x, right? If it goes up to $9, that's 200% gains. And it's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. I mean, this company is solid with its implantable device, and we know that diabetes is not going away. It's one of the leading causes of healthcare related death in the hospitals, and that's why SENS is a company not to ignore. Now, one company I wanted to share with you that I really value is Skye Bioscience. This is a biotechnology company in the OTC market, working on specific drugs intended to be used for glaucoma patients. And they actually have patented drug molecule using natural cannabis, bioengineering that product and adding amino acids to have the drug product bind with your innate THC receptors in the eye. And this is specific for glaucoma patients, where you really need to have a drug product that can reduce intraocular pressure. That's the leading cause for glaucoma, and also potentially providing neuroprotection. And to date, there's no drug product that has claims for neuroprotection, and Skye Bioscience will be announcing that data in the coming weeks. And that's going to be a big time game changer, because we know a third of glaucoma patients have normal intraocular pressure levels, but can significantly benefit from neuroprotection as a corrective action and preventive action to develop this type of disease of glaucoma. And we know that Skye Bioscience will be entering human clinical trials in several weeks, and that's going to be very positive from my perspective. And we know that its secondary drug product, CBD VHS, data will be coming out for that as well. So a number of milestones will be coming for Skye Bioscience. And from a share price standpoint, we know that it previously ran just recently up to like 25 cents, now holding ground at like the 15-16 cents. And I definitely think that towards the end of the year, this company will be over a $1 stock from my perspective. So let's not lose sight of Skye Bioscience and the value that this company can do for adding medical unmet needs for glaucoma patients and other ocular disease. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an energy related company, and that is Blue Sphere Corporation, BLSP. Although the share price has been on a downward decline, today it ramped up by about 100% gains, right? And what's so unique about this company? Well, I mean, it's unique in the sense that it ran by 100% today. The question is, can it dominate and run up significantly even further? We know that in Q1 of 2021, it ran close to like 3 cents in one day. This peak right here, it gained by about 450%. I'm actually bag holding BLSP, and I hope that it can continue to run, because adversity is really the mother of success, and I hope that BLSP can really add value and continue to grow and take on a positive trajectory at this time. And it'll be nice to see it run all the way back up to 3 cents and beyond, and that'll be amazing for all the believers who hold on to this company long term from my perspective. Now, the last ticker I wanted to share with you is a company in the NASDAQ market. It's a small cap company called iBio Power, IPWR. It's great to see that this company ramped up by about 9% today, and its 52-week high range was about $25. To me, I definitely think this is undervalued. This is a value stock where we know that the external environment is changing to have solar related companies to contribute to have alternatives and not consuming fossil fuel. So that's why Ideal Power is one company that I would highly recommend as well. And from a long-term perspective, I definitely think that it can break the $28 share price range. And if you hold this long-term, I really believe that it can ramp up to its prior resistance from a long-term scale back in 2016 when it was around the $51. So let's not lose sight of the potential of Ideal Power and the value it can do in terms of long-term investing. So overall, these are the stocks that I wanted to share to you, and I hope that the content that I've provided really help you see which companies are valuable and how you can capitalize on positive proceeds with the companies that I've shared with you. So if you enjoyed this video, I would highly appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe for more related content. Also, if you have any comments or questions, please leave it down below and I'd love to get back to you. Thank you so much. You all have a great day. Goodbye.